Kelly Bills Talk. We keep it real, we keep it raw, we keep it authentic. Mafia, mount up.
What's up, Bills Mafia? It's your boy Prime here at Cali Bills Talk again. Just got home from work. I'm a little tired. I know this is old news, but hey, I'm going to talk about it. The Tennessee Titans are sending five-time Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins to the Kansas City Chiefs. 32-year-old, partially torn MCL, DeAndre Hopkins is going to the Chiefs. Okay? The Titans, I don't know. I don't know if they want the world to burn. But anybody who is sending players to the Chiefs, bro, no bueno. Okay? It should be everybody against them. Like, is this something that everybody's just like, Chiefs are going to the Super Bowl again? How about we just not help them get there? Like, DeAndre Hopkins, he is on the older end, right? He's 32. He has MCL problems. I talked about this a little bit when the Bills played the Tennessee Titans this past weekend. He looks super unhappy. What do you have? One catch for like minus yards? Like, the Titans are a dumpster fire. They gave up Hopkins to the Chiefs for what? A conditional 5th round pick. The Chiefs are being graded, what, a B plus on the move. Titans are a C plus. You know, it's not really bad for the Chiefs. They get a veteran wide receiver who, you know, with a better quarterback and a better O-line is going to have to garner attention, right? So teams, when they play the Chiefs now, are going to have to, he's going to get catches, bro. Like, he's a little older, but he's still a 5-time Pro Bowl receiver. So you're going to have to game plan for DeAndre Hopkins on a better team. Okay? Patrick Mahomes is going to throw, he's going to throw him the ball. He's going to make catches. He's going to score touchdowns with the Chiefs. Is it going to miraculously turn around? I mean, the Chiefs are undefeated, right? Is it going to miraculously just make them unstoppable? No. But is it going to free up potentially like Worthy and other receivers? Yes. Is this move, in my opinion, something that is going to guarantee the Chiefs a spot in the Super Bowl? No. It just sucks that teams are just willing to wheel and deal players to the Chiefs. Like, I don't get it. They should just be blacklisted, bro. Like, hey, you guys want to keep going to the Super Bowl? All right, well, you better do it with players you draft or free agents that you sign on your own, because the trade books are closed, my boy. I ain't sending you no one. I said this when the Bills played the Tennessee Titans. I said, hey, DeAndre Hopkins is probably going to be on the move. I would have taken him in Buffalo. He is going to help. He is going to help the team. He is going to be a solid contributor. But you know what? The Bills got Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper, I don't know the exact amount of snaps he played for us in the Tennessee game. It was probably less than 50% of the snaps. And he still had, 60-something yards and a touchdown? When Amari Cooper learns learns the playbook more, and he's not having to look at Keon Coleman for like the secret play, the secret hand signal for what play to run or what route to run, the Bills are going to be just fine. Okay. Amari Cooper is a breath of fresh air in the receiving corps. I have beat this subject to death. Before we got Cooper, I was standing on that business that our wide receivers suck. Josh Allen was getting sacked all the time. He's having to throw it away. Luckily, he's not forcing balls. He has no, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but Josh Allen has no interceptions right now through what? 7 weeks, 7 games? It's wild. I mean, he had 18 last year. He averaged like an interception a game. So I'm glad to see he's making better decisions, but man, it's really good to have Amari Cooper on that field, bro. Because I feel like that's going to free up, either the tight ends, Keon Coleman, Shakir. I mean, Matt Collins is boo-boo. I don't think it's going to really matter if Matt Collins, he is what he is. But maybe Samuel. I beat that subject to death as well. Why did we even get Samuel? I don't know. We just throw him like a screen or two a game that goes for like minimal yardage, maybe even a loss of yards. It's like, bro, what a waste of a talent, bro. They need to figure out what to do with him because it's getting annoying. So the Chiefs got a B+ for the trade. It says DeAndre Hopkins shouldn't be viewed as the savior of a badly bruised wide receiver group in Kansas City. Because he also isn't at full speed playing through a partially torn MCL, he's also 32 years old. The Chiefs aren't really paying him to be that, though, considering the compensation, and they don't really need him to be. He's a proven route runner with good hands, which should free up speedier counterparts like Xavier Worthy to focus more on downfield shots. And even if DeAndre Hopkins can't withstand a monster workload down the stretch, Kansas City, not shitty, Kansas City should be able to mix and match his skills as a secondary outlet. You could do a lot worse for a half-season rental. The Titans, on the other hand, got a C+ in the move. The Titans weren't going to be winning games of significance with an aging Hopkins on an expiring contract. That much seems pretty clear, so it makes sense they'd offload the wide receiver for a chance of at draft capital, especially with plenty of money tied up in fellow pass catcher Calvin Ridley, who didn't do a goddamn thing against the Bills. It's hard to call this a slam dunk victory for them, however, because they're set to eat money to facilitate the deal and have essentially waved the white flag on the effort to give quarterback Will Levis a meaningful chance at growth. Levis is hurt, but when he returns, arguably his most reliable weapon is gone. Yeah, they did Will Levis dirty, bro. I mean, he hurt. Like, he's not even in right now. And he just lost. He's just got Calvin Ridley and the tight end now. He gonna have to figure it out, bro. Because Mason Rudolph, he ain't it. At first, y'all thought he was it, and so did I. All the Tennessee Titan fans out there, when we were playing y'all this past weekend, and you were just dinking and dunking and hitting the running back out of the backfield, Pollard, and you were hitting the tight ends on, getting the tight ends into the flats and just killing us on the short yardage. I was like, ooh, this is about to be a long game, bro. I could see us taking an L right here to a boo-boo ass Titans team. But then, Josh Allen went in the locker room, fired the boys up, came back out and scored, 27 unanswered. So, hey, we're going to take it. So, jumping into the Week 8 power rankings. Week 8 power rankings. There should be no surprise. Starting at the bottom of the list, the Carolina Panthers, bro. Boo-boo. Carolina Panthers at 32. The Jacksonville Jaguars they moved. Okay. So we have Carolina Panthers at 32. New England Patriots at 31. They moved down a spot. Jacksonville Jaguars move up a spot. They traded places with New England. They're sitting at 30. The Miami Dolphins with Tua not wanting to wear a Guardian cap because he cares more about drip. Miami Dolphins sit at 29. Tennessee Titans sit at 28, which in my opinion, they should be probably 30, 31. Cleveland Browns 27. Dumpster fire, that whole situation, bro. Deshaun Watson going down. No matter what that boy did, you don't want to see guys just take an injury like that. I mean, that could potentially be his career's done, right? In the words of Jameis Winston, who gave an Oscar-worthy performance in the locker room when he was talking about Deshaun Watson, he said it was just absolutely heartbreaking to see the fans turn their back on Deshaun Watson. So they got issues over there. Cleveland Browns sit at 27. The Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders, sit at 26. Gardner Minshew is not it. Okay. I know he won a championship. I know he wasn't in the show Last Chance U, but he played in the state and I think beat Buddy Stevens' team one year to win the Community College National Championship. But Gardner Minshew is out. I believe the Raiders signed Riddler. I know I'm butchering that name, but they signed a QB. It's not going to make a difference. The New York Giants are at 25. Daniel Jones is dumpster juice. The Rams currently sit at 24. New York Jets currently sit at number 23. What a dumpster fire, dude. The Jets. They get Adams. They have a beast-ass running back. They have a good defense, bro. It's Aaron Rodgers. The problem is Aaron Rodgers, bro. He's old. You need to get rid of that dude. He sold y'all on a pipe dream. You sold the farm to get him, and now you're going to have to suck on however long he wants to stay in the league. New Orleans Saints at 22. A lot of injuries there. They started super hot. If we were making predictions on the Super Bowl through weeks 1 and 2, the Saints were definitely in the conversation. They are no longer in that conversation. Number 21 is the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys are, some would say, the Buffalo Bills of the NFC, and the Buffalo Bills are the Dallas Cowboys of the AFC. They can eat my ass. Dallas Cowboys sit at 21. Arizona Cardinals sit at number 20. They didn't move. Seattle Seahawks are sitting at number 19. Buffalo Bills traveled to Seattle this weekend to play the Seahawks. Both teams have been starting slow, right? In the beginning of the game, Bills have started slow. Either they're playing from behind. We're 100% a second-half team. Right now, where we are in the season, the Buffalo Bills are considered, in my opinion, to be a second-half team. The problem is we can come back against the Cardinals, potentially the Seahawks if we get down, the Tennessee Titans, because these teams suck. If we get down like we seen earlier against Baltimore, we're not coming back. That it is what it is, bro. If you don't want to hear that, get on somewhere. But are you super confident in the Bills right now that if we were to get down by, I don't know, 10 or 14 points at the half to Kansas City or Baltimore, you're confident that, and it's in the playoffs, you're confident that we can come back in the second half and win that game? No, not against those teams, bro. Because not only are you playing against the dogs they have on the field, our coach has to beat their coaches. And I like Sean McDermott, but he is no Andy Reid. He is no Harbaugh. So we better figure it out quick because it's already coming up on week 8, and Buffalo's got to figure it out. Seattle Seahawks sitting at number 19. Los Angeles Chargers sitting at 18. They didn't move. Denver Broncos sitting in 17th place. Last week, they were at 25th. So good for the Broncos. That was a good win they had against New Orleans. The Bengals sitting at 16. They didn't move. The 49ers, I know they got injuries. What a letdown, bro, for Niner Nation. They're currently sitting at number 15. They were ranked number 11. I honestly don't know how or why you let Mahomes come in there and just straight bitch slap you, dude. Like, he just, like, trucked a dude in the end zone. Like, come on, bro. The whole world was pulling for the Niners against the Chiefs. So, kind of a letdown. It is what it is. I think San Francisco will turn it around to get some players back. Losing Brandon Ayuk sucks. I know Deebo Samuel's sick. It seems like those two always have something going on. So, super unfortunate. But, hey, you were in 11th place in the power rankings. Now you're 15. The 49ers are probably still going to go to the playoffs. I still think they can make some noise down the stretch. You just got to be patient and wait for it to happen. Indianapolis Colts sitting at 14. Philadelphia Eagles at 13. The Commanders sitting at 12. They didn't move. Pittsburgh Steelers, nice little jump here. Pittsburgh Steelers were in 15th place in the power rankings last week. Now they jump up to number 11 after absolutely slapping the New York Jets in the face, which the whole world appreciates. If anybody is in here and they support the Pittsburgh Steelers, hats off to you. Thank you for showing the rest of the world that Aaron Rodgers blows. Chicago Bears sitting at number 10, which is crazy because Caleb Williams is looking like he's starting to come into his own. Green Bay Packers sitting at number 9. They didn't move. So Green Bay as well as Chicago Bears are currently both in the top 10. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who just suffered a massive loss to the Baltimore Ravens. Don't worry about it because I know exactly how you feel. They sit at number 8. Atlanta Falcons sit at number 7, which I don't know about that, honestly. Falcons at 7, sure. Buffalo Bills. I've seen a couple power ranking polls. I've seen the Buffalo Bills as low as 3. I've seen the Buffalo Bills at 5. And this list has the Buffalo Bills at number 6. I think that's a good place for the Bills. The Texans are ahead of them. We lost to the Texans. The Ravens are ahead of them. We lost to the Ravens. So the list makes sense as a Buffalo Bills fan to see. As long as we're in the top 10, I think it's fair. Minnesota Vikings at number 5. I don't agree with that. They've only lost one game, and you're gonna tell me they're in 5th? Like, sure, okay. Houston Texans, I don't know if they should be number 4. Maybe they should be 5, maybe even 6. And Bills would go down to 7. I think the Houston Texans are a little high up on the list. I think people see the eye candy when they look at all the names on the roster. But hey, it is what it is. Houston Texans at number 4. Baltimore Ravens at number 3. The hot Baltimore Ravens, winners of 5 straight, showing no signs of slowing down. If Lamar Jackson can keep this level of play as we progress into the second half of the season and into the playoffs, I've said this last night on my live stream, the Ravens, I think, can beat the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. So I don't know about all y'all Bills fans out there, but when the Bills get eliminated or the Bills are out of the playoffs, I am rooting for the AFC team, right? That's our conference. I want to see an AFC team win. I don't want to see an NFC team win the Super Bowl. So unless it's the Chiefs, I don't root for the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. So if the Bills are out and the Bills, lose to the Chiefs or to the Ravens, I will be pulling for the Ravens to win the Super Bowl. So I think the Ravens should be listed as number 2 on the power rankings, but right now they are listed as number 3. Detroit Lions sit at number 2. Sure. I mean, honestly, it could be a toss-up between Ravens and Lions for the second and third spot. And of course, the Kansas Shitty Chiefs sit at number 1. Obviously, they are undefeated. I think that will obviously change. They will lose a game this year. I think they will lose to Buffalo in Buffalo. But as of right now, that's your power rankings list, man. Kansas City Chiefs sit at 1, and our Buffalo Bills sit at number 6. But hey, I wanted to jump on here real quick. I just got off of work. I'm a little tired, but I was getting blown up all day with people saying like, "Hey, bro, you called it. You called it, bro. DeAndre Hopkins, he went on the move. He got traded. He's going to get traded." And I'm like, "Oh God, is it AFC or NFC?" Because I was at work, right? So I didn't like research it. I didn't Google it or nothing. I was like, "Is it AFC or NFC?" And they're like, "Bro, it's the AFC." And I'm like, "Okay, if it was Buffalo, people would have probably been like, 'Yo, bro, congrats, bro. You guys got DeAndre Hopkins.'" So I immediately thought it was going to be the Steelers or it was going to be the Dolphins. And I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm okay with either one of those. If he's going to go to a team, I would probably want him to go to the Steelers. You don't want a guy, potentially a healthy D-Hop on an already loaded offense like Miami, especially with Tua coming back for however long he's going to be back for, right?" So no, yeah, they told me that, hey, he's going to the Chiefs. I was super upset because one, who the fuck is out there making shitty deals to just make the Chiefs better? And so in my opinion, it's like the Tennessee just is like, hey, fuck it. Our year's over. We're what, 2-5, 1-6. I mean, they're terrible. So they're like, hey, let's get something. Let's get some draft capital. A 5th round pick for D-Hop, a 5-time Pro Bowler. Stop it. Come on, bro. I mean, that's just as bad as Cleveland giving Buffalo Amari Cooper for what? I mean, we gave them a 3rd for Amari Cooper, but Amari Cooper, I think, is a little younger than D-Hop. I think Amari Cooper, let me see, so I'm not talking on my ass. I think he's like 28. Shit, I was way off. Well, not really. Amari Cooper's 30. So if D-Hop is still in the league at 32, it's a good sign, right? If we can get Amari Cooper, obviously the rest of this year, and then however it shakes out or works out in the offseason, and we get him back next year with already a half a season under Allen and a whole offseason, mini camp, OTAs, all that crazy shit, get him more familiarized with the playbook, create that chemistry with Josh Allen. Amari Cooper was just an amazing signing for us. We needed a guy like that. Our receiving core, in my opinion, as well as our play calling lately, has been a little lethargic and a little predictable. So spice it up a little bit, get a guy like Cooper out there, and hey, he already came out and scored a touchdown, bro. That's all I wanted out of Amari Cooper when he played, because I knew he was going to be on some scripted plays, and I knew he wasn't going to play as much because we really didn't need him against Tennessee, to be honest with you. We probably could have beat Tennessee with just running the ball. And maybe, tight end here or there, Shakir, Coleman. We had just enough to get out of there with the win without having Amari Cooper play. But hey, getting him in, learning on the fly, and scoring a touchdown is just icing on the cake, bro. So I'm going to let y'all know I'm going to jump off, but I will be going live for when the Bills play the Seattle Seahawks this weekend. So jump in, support the live. If you're already subbed to the channel, I super appreciate you. Thanks for rocking with me so far. If you just stumbled into this video because you saw that cool little graphic of DeAndre Hopkins in a Chiefs jersey, salute to you. Hit the sub button, support a veteran channel. It would mean the world to me. But until then, until I go live on Sunday when the Bills play, I'll try to drop some more content in between then. But if I don't, I'll catch y'all on Sunday when I go live, man. All right, man. Prime's out.
Kelly Bills Talk. We keep it real. We keep it raw. We keep it authentic. Mafia. Mount up.